La 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 la.
Into the paint, Mitchell.
This is the #1 threat to the Boston Celtics for the title.
It feels like it's the year for Cleveland.
Yeah, definitely think it's the year.
Straight in and out dribble.
Does that motivate you when teams are loading on wings to try to defend you and Jason?
Absolutely.
This is the fourth and final matchup between the top two teams in the Eastern Conference. I'm so excited. Let's go in the bonus. Donovan Mitchell has scored 30 points in all three meetings against Boston this season. If he does this a fourth time, he would join LeBron and Allen Iverson as the only players with 4 30-point games against the Celtics in the last 30 seasons. Mitchell, he's helped the Cavs score over 122 points per 100 possessions. That's tied for the best offense in the play-by-play era with last season's Celtics. And all of that scoring has helped the Cavs win 12 of 13. But the only loss came to, yes, again, it's Boston. The Celtics, in fact, have won 2 of 3 games against the Cavs. They can clinch the head-to-head tiebreaker with a win tonight. Boston, one of only 3 teams with multiple wins against Cleveland, and with another, they could become the only team to beat the Cavs 3 times. So, the Celtics, they're still the odds-on favorites to come out of the East, right? The Cavs aren't that far behind them. But the big question is, who's standing on business between the Celtics and the Cavs?
This my camera.
That's going to be your camera.
Standing on business. You better stand on business. Stand on business. Hell yeah, we standing on business today. Standing on business. Standing all the way on it, damn it. Standing on business on this Friday. Look, you got the Cavs coming into the Beantown, okay? No Jrue Holiday today. We don't know if Kristaps Porzingis is going to play. He got a snotty nose. Damn it, Jason Tatum, it's your time. It's your time to stand on business. You know what Paul Pierce used to do when guys come into his house? Stand on business. Ask LeBron about it. Tatum, right now, every single night you've been flirting with a 30-point triple-double. Tonight is one of those nights to make the world respect you. Tonight is one of those nights to make us talk about you come Monday morning because you put on an all-time great performance and be a guy and a dog that we know that you could be. Tonight, Jason Tatum, he's going to stand on business.
Well, I think we can all say that this is going to be a playoff caliber contest for sure. Mark stood on business.
You were bleeding green. Good job.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying.
Let's take a listen to what Donovan Mitchell said about their last test against the defending champ, shall we?
Everybody wants to beat the champs. You got to show respect to them. There's, like I said, nothing is won tonight. You know, no matter what happens, we could win by a record amount of points tonight, and they're still the champs. So we have to show respect to that. And when we get their opportunity, that's when we, try to take care of our business.
So I think, Brian, the consensus is that the Celtics are still the team to beat, despite them being second throughout the majority of the season to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So what do the Cavs need to do? What needs to happen for them to be the last team standing?
Number one, they need to secure home court, which they are doing very well. They are 7 games clear in the loss column. Regardless of what happens tonight, they'll still be in very good position there. I know Boston doesn't care, because Boston has the best road record in the league. They're more focused on themselves. But for the Cavs, starting a series against Boston at home, potentially, is as important as finishing it. The second thing they need to get is they need to get very, very, very good wing play, which is one of the reasons why they went out and got DeAndre Hunter. Hunter he has really guarded Tatum a lot in his career when he was with the Hawks. And by the way, this is on over 100 shots. This isn't just on, one game. So this is the matchup that they got him for. Tatum is going to have his moments. Look, he is an unstoppable player.
Right.
But they have to see if they can take some territory against Tatum, who's tormented them in the past.
I think this matchup excites me a lot because of the game of chess both sides have. And starting with the Cavs, what they're trying to prove is kind of what the Timberwolves were trying to prove too. We got 2 bigs and we can make them work. And we've seen the requisite amount of growth from Evan Mobley, but you want to see it sequentially. You want to see him have 20 points per game in 5 straight games to know that when it comes to a series, he can show up as your second or third best, player or scorer. This is a team that has the best offensive rating in the NBA. They have to flex that versatility against the Boston Celtics because they just rain threes.
Yeah.
From 1 through 5, they're knocking down threes. So you have to be not a a liability offensively if you're Jared Allen switching out onto the perimeter, or if you're Evan Mobley. Like, you have to show that you have weapons to go back at the league's best, which is the Boston.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. Do the Cleveland Cavaliers have a duo that could actually go and win them a championship? That is the question. The Denver Nuggets had a duo in Jamal Murray and Jokic, Tatum and Brown for the Celtics, Wiggins and Steph Curry for Golden State. We know what Donovan Mitchell could do in the postseason. He has shown us that over his career.
Yeah.
Can Evan Mobley rise to the occasion? That's the question. Who's going to be that second best player? If it's not Evan Mobley, is it going to be Darius Garland?
Well, he struggled mightily both offensively and defensively against the Celtics.
So it has to be Evan Mobley. Can you depend on Evan Mobley, or do we believe a young Evan Mobley could rise to the occasion in a 7-game series and go average 30 and 12? Because I believe that's what he's going to have to do in order to get past
Boston.
Boston.
Say real talk, as somebody who follows the Cavs closely. Evan Mobley doesn't have to be their second best player for them to win the championship. Evan Mobley has to be their best player. If Evan Mobley can be their best player, they can win the whole thing. It may not happen this year, but that is this challenge. To have Donovan Mitchell be Evan Mobley's support piece. They're setting this up. I don't know if it can happen.
No,
that's what
they absolutely are, because I think a lot of people expect explosive performances from Donovan Mitchell because that's what we've known and that's what he's been known for. But I actually like the fact that in some ways he takes a backseat. Not in this matchup. He's averaging 33.7 against the Celtics so far this year.
Yep.
But I do like that he's trying to spread the rock because I think he understands. Perk, you're talking about duos, right? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. You got to have everybody to take down the Celtics.
Yeah, only two players have averaged 30 against the Boston Celtics: Michael Jordan and Donovan Mitchell.
No, I get that. No, but I get that. But again, we talk about how Kenny Atkinson has unlocked a different version of Evan Mobley, which he has.
Favorite for Coach
but it
of the year.
has to go to another level in the postseason. Prime example. 2009, 2010, Celtics versus Cavs. They have Antoine Jameson. Kevin Garnett, believe it or not, was the third option offensively on our team because he took a backseat to Paul and Ray while he was there. Doc Rivers came in, he said, you're going to have to be the number one option if we're going to get through this series. I need you to shoot the ball 20 to 25 times on the post. Can you go to Evan Mobley and do that? That is the question. That's what
I don't know
remains.
if they're designed that way in some ways. Like, yes, if he's the best player, great. That means that he's playing the best brand of basketball and the Cleveland Cavaliers win. If Jason Tatum is, if Jaylen Brown is, if Kristaps Porzingis is, we saw this in the NBA Finals for like stretches of games, they win. I think it's a little bit more nuanced than that. I think it's a little bit more tactical than that. If Donovan Mitchell can give you 28, if Darius Garland can give you 20, if Evan Mobley is that Swiss Army knife that you can unveil, then I think that's also a winning formula, not necessarily him always being number one.
But isn't that the recipe that someone like Richard Jefferson is always talking about, right? You need your stars to win you a game. You need your others to win you a game. You need your coach to outcoach a game. That's because when you're talking about a 7-game series, Brian, I know we like to poke holes in the Celtics' vulnerabilities this season, but as the year goes on, they have very, very few.
Yeah, and if you watch them, like, since the All-Star break, they look like the championship team again. You know, they won 6 in a row. They won in Detroit the other night. They took a loss. I'm not going to tax them for that. They have looked like the formidable team to overcome. And that's the thing about the Cavs. You watch them, they're so impressive. Over the last 6 games since DeAndre Hunter got there, their average margin of victory is 23. They are blasting teams, but the only time anyone's been able to touch them in the last month has been Boston. So you praise the Cavs, but then you see the Celtics and you realize it's a mountain they have to climb.
My friends, I'm telling y'all this, and I'm speaking from experience. Matter of fact, when the playoffs start, shoot-arounds are a lot longer. The film room is a lot longer. You have breakout groups. You're going to get studied to the T. You're going to have to, like, your weaknesses are going to get exposed. And I'm telling y'all right now that I need to see more. We're going to have to see Evan Mobley dive deeper into his bag. We know Donovan Mitchell have counter after counters. We know that he could be a tough shot maker. Can Darius Garland, can Evan Mobley be that? I need to see it.
And Donovan Mitchell's absolutely right. Nothing will be decided. Nothing will be won tonight. Oh, but it is a heck of an appetizer for what we hope is going to be a deep. I am a little bit, actually. Perk, fixes after this. That's the first game.
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just want to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.